Anambra, Benue, Ogun, Osun, Niger, Imo and Niger Delta areas are to experience severe flooding this year, while Lagos and Ondo State will see coastal flooding due to the rise in sea levels.
The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency has also raised alarm about the imminent flooding in about 35 states as it presented this year's annual flood outlook in Abuja. Let's now discuss this with TVC News environmental correspondent Ugochi Oluigbo as she joins us in the studio. Ugochi, glad to have you.
Thank you.
What readily comes to your mind each year when we begin to talk about flooding and people living in those flood-prone areas?
What comes to mind is what is causing this? Could this be because of sea level rise, or could this be the failure of the government? In terms of built over 30 years, we should have built a dam to like a buffer to control the water released by Cameroon from their dams when they have to protect their people, and then they send this water down. So the question is, has the government been able to protect us as Nigerians by building this dam over 30 years ago that we've been talking about this? It hasn't been built, yes. Or is this caused by sea level rise? These are the questions, and it wasn't addressed there. Specifically, it was Ondo and Ogun states. There were Lagos and Ogun states were said coastal sea level rise. For the other ones, they really didn't say if it's this dam that that wasn't stated there. So that's what comes to mind. Is it the government failure, or is it just climate change which is affecting several countries differently?
So if this is the case now, that means we'll likely see lots of displacement, you know, of Nigerians in all these states that you've mentioned. So how can they prepare themselves? Because you're talking about relocation.
Exactly.
So how can they prepare themselves? Okay,
normally there should be early warning signs or alarm systems, or people are informed that look at what's going to happen, move to higher level. But the question is, who understands what is higher level in a local community? How do I determine what is the high level? Where should I go to? And that also brings the question of ecological funds. In times like this, we need to activate our ecological funds. They're not just meant for politics or, you know, stash them up somewhere. These are the times when we need to bring out those funds and support people, help them relocate, help them prepare for these. What are the messages that should be going out there in different local languages for people to understand what is going to happen and how they should prepare, maybe stack up on food, on healthcare. And we should also remember that after such happenings, there might be an outbreak of disease. So we also should be prepared for that. This could happen. So how are we prepared to tackle this and to inform people that look at what might be happening and you should be prepared to leave? And what even happens if you're driving a car and it's flooded? How do you move? How do you rescue yourself in such situation? These are the things that emergency management agency, orientation agencies to take on and educate people on what to do in times like this.
Ugochi, let me even get you to respond to the fact of the root. If you don't, we were speaking earlier, you and I were speaking to Nemo.
Absolutely.
And he was talking about at the root cause where the government doesn't even stop people from living in these areas. That's one. Then secondly, each time we talk about flood, they say relocate. Does it bother you that the government says to people, relocate,
and doesn't make plan for them?
You know,
absolutely.
It should be God making plan. You don't just
before
say
you
to
tell
people,
them to relocate.
Relocate to where? How?
Where? How? That's the thing, and that's the responsibility of the citizens to ask questions, ask your representatives, ask your state governors, where is our ecological fund? We should start asking that question. It seems it's just there hidden. There's something like that, and we should rise up and begin to ask, where is the ecological fund? What is it being used for? In times like this, you should bring out those funds to help people relocate and help them move to places that are safer for them. So we should ask the question. I think we should take it on and follow the funds, follow the money, our ecological funds. Where are they and what is happening to it? It should be the government's responsibility to help people, to relocate people, to move people to stash up on food and medicine and blankets and all the things they need to prepare for. It's not just announcing, you know, relocate. What do I do? This is where I live. And then we'll also have a responsibility as citizens not to build on waterways, you know, not to clog our drains. Our drains. You need to be able to, we need to understand what it means to manage our waste very well. Don't puts pure water, and I mean, it's
water.
It's a cycle. Even the companies that produce these things, they should all take responsibility for their packaging and all the trash that comes out from their products. So it's general. Once they are tackled to ensure that they recycle properly, they should take up their waste. And I mean, people should also understand that they shouldn't block the drains. I mean, we all have a responsibility, but most importantly, we should ask the government about the monies meant for tackling emergencies. Yes.
And at that point, let's leave it at that. Well, thanks a lot for bringing our heads up and also explaining this much more for us, Ugochi Oluigbo, environmental journalist. Thanks a lot.